And Neil, it strikes me that William Barr chose to make this legal history on behalf of an accused rapist who has publicly confessed on video and audio tape to sexual assault on the accessed Hollywood video. That's the accused rapist William Barr has chosen to defend.
That's right, Lawrence. And I think the most important thing is that what's happened in this Barr maneuver is not simply intervening to kind of help out the president. He's actually gone in and said the U.S. government is actually the defendant in this case, not Trump. And in order to pull off that legal maneuver, which relies on the Westfall Act, he's got to be able to say that Trump is acting in his official capacity. So, Lawrence, I never thought in my life I would hear the hallowed Justice Department argue that a president is doing his job as president, that it is part of his official duties to call someone who alleges rape a liar. But that's the argument that Barr has now filed. And here's what it means. It means not just that you and I as taxpayers are paying now for Trump's legal defense. It means a lot more, because you can't sue the U.S. government for defamation, which is what this lawsuit's about. So really, this legal maneuver is a bid to try and end the lawsuit altogether. And the reason for that, it's not going to work, but this is all about delay. Basically, the president was going to have to give his DNA pretty soon. And so he asked the Justice Department to pull off this legal maneuver, which will fail, but might buy him enough time before the election, because evidently he's more afraid of his DNA results coming out than his tax returns.
Neil, the disgrace of William Barr has many facets to it, but I have to say, in future law school classes, this one sounds like the absolute craziest one that will leave law school students leaving the classroom in complete befuddlement.
I agree, Lawrence. You know, it's at the Supreme Court, when you argue a case, the justices ask you hypotheticals, and they say, well, what if we change the facts from your case so the person did X or Y or something? Does your position still hold? And what they're trying to do is test out the logical implications of your position. And there's a way in which this Barr maneuver yesterday is really that absurd hypothetical, because Trump for years has been saying everything he does is in his official business capacity. He fires Jim Comey. Oh, he's just doing his job. He's digging up dirt on Hunter Biden. Oh, just doing his job, even though it involves, dealing with the Ukrainians in all sorts of ways. I mean, these claims are as mistaken as they are laughable, but it shouldn't surprise anyone now say that the president now says, when he says about Jean Carroll, oh, she's not my type, that is part of his official duties. And there's one more way, Lawrence, in which this kind of demonstrates the absurd hypothetical of this administration. Because when you make stuff up, as this Justice Department has been wont to do, one at least would hope they'd be consistent about it, but they can't even do that. It's malevolence tempered by incompetence. And here's the best example of that. This Justice Department has asked the Supreme Court in the Twitter case to say when Trump blocks people on Twitter, he's not acting as president. They say when he tweets on Twitter, he's not acting as president, even though he fires and hires people on Twitter. But that's not official conduct. But now they're saying when he denies knowing someone who accuses him of rape, that's him acting in his official capacity. This is just gobbledygook, to use the legal term. It won't stand. And, he might buy himself a little bit of time, but his day is coming, and the court's got his number.